Hari Om and welcome. Thank you so much for being here today. This is Yamuna Devi. I have a very special topic today. Very special inspirational message that I hope you take the time and moment to reflect so that it can change your quality of life, so that it can help shift your life in the positive direction. Have you thought about how amazing we were built? How amazing it is that everything in our body works in perfect harmony, perfect synchronicity. Like everything is perfect. It's like a symphony, It's like the heart's pumping, right? The intestines are doing its peristalsis. The liver is secreting the pancreas. Like everything is in perfect harmony. Everything is sacred. The stomach, the ability to chew, the ability to digest, to assimilate, to absorb the nutrients into the body, for us to grow, for us to replenish, and the waste comes out, whatever needs to be released, right? We release through sweat too. When you exercise, you release those toxins, and the perfect body is built for you. You are perfectly made. The process of creation is impressive. The process of how a flower attains its color, its beauty, and how every flower is beautifully different. This is amazing if you reflect on this. Everything is in perfect harmony. The birds, the trees, the squirrels, the animals, they know exactly what to do at the perfect time. They know. They don't wear a watch. They don't look at the time. They just flow with the season. They flow with the time of day. And they know what to do. They are aware. They're conscious beings. They're divine beings. We are too. We have the intellect to know the difference between wrong and right. To know what is good for us. To know what is not good for us. We have that intellect, that power to use, to discern, right? But sometimes we lack that power because we depleted ourselves and we make certain choices in life that harm us instead of helping us. We could have made a different choice, but we decided to go a certain route. And we realized in the end it harmed us. But the good news is that even if it harmed you, there was a lesson for you to grow within that space, within that difficulty, that choice you made. There's space for growth. Every opportunity is a space to grow. Every difficulty is there's space to grow. Always. So, one thing I want to tell you, if we are created perfect, and our body is working in perfect harmony. What a blessing, right? You are not telling the body to do certain things, to go through certain metabolic processes, right? It's doing it on its own. But we can help support it by thinking properly, by eating properly, by being more mindful of our emotions, of our mind, our intellect, our psyche. When we are more aware, when we are more mindful, we know what is best for us. Even though sometimes you want to, go another route because there's a desire, right? You want to fulfill a certain desire. So you go a certain route, or you say you can't do it. You limit yourself because you have that desire. So we really also have to be mindful. Do I need it or do I want it? There's a difference, and there's a very fine line. You really have to practice this. And when you practice that, do I need? Or is it a want that I'm fulfilling? Is it a desire I'm fulfilling? But even sometimes, if that desire occurs, like say you want to travel to India, and you have that within you, you really want to travel. This is an example to India, right? I want to go. I don't know, but I need to go. Okay. So that's a desire, right? So go. So you go to India, you finish the karma of what you need to do, and then you return back and you feel, okay, I completed that. I burned that desire, that karmic desire, that need to go and visit or go to Italy or Europe or wherever it may be. That's an example. So you finish that desire and then you come to your own realization, your own conclusion of what you really need. So that is why it's important to be mindful. Sometimes we need to burn these karmic patterns, right? Things that we want to do so that we are more settled in our being. So, one of the most beautiful things that is constant is that divine love within us, that divine flow, God's grace, whoever you want to say, Allah's grace, Buddha's grace, Krishna's grace, Jesus' grace, divinity's grace. And that grace, in that space, there's only love. And that divine love is constantly flowing through you. That divinity does not judge, does not say, oh, this person is doing bad, I'm going to push them away. No. Even the criminals, there's that divine love flowing through them. But what happens is they misinterpret and they don't use their intellect correctly. But there is love. A beggar, there is God's grace in there. God's grace, divinity's grace is flowing through us. But we have to choose to see it, to experience it, to really believe through that experience and see how beautiful you really are. And when you see how beautiful you are and how perfect you have been created, you will understand. And if you know that you are in God's love, that you will always have that love, then you will know to make the right choices. Your faith, your trust will be unwavering. It's not going to waver. But when you don't see or believe it or trust in that divine power and that is within you, that divine capacity to do anything you want to do in life, then you lack trust, you lack faith, and your faith is changeable. As a human, we have faith in certain situations. It changes a lot. But because we do not know the truth and we do not trust, it wavers. This situation's happening. I have faith. And something happened that didn't go my way. I don't have faith anymore. I don't trust. God does not exist. Divinity does not exist. So it becomes changeable. It's like a negotiation. You begin negotiating your faith, your trust. And what happens then? That is when we begin to fear. We begin to get anxious. We doubt our life. We're confused. There's a lack of clarity. We're disturbed, right? So I want you to reflect on this. This is really, really important. This is really, really important. If it wasn't for that divine grace, you wouldn't be here. Because who created you? Yes, mother created you, father created you. But within the womb, who was creating the nose, the ears, the eyes, the mouth in the right position? The mouth didn't go to the ears and the eyes to the mouth. Everything is positioned the way it needs to function, so for you to function properly. So regardless of how you have been built, because there are some people with what we call, within quotations, disabilities, disorders, right? Maybe missing a limb, etc. There are many, many situations. But guess what? Those people are strong and powerful because they know that what God's given them, they are going to use. That does not hold them back. And I'm sure you've seen it. That does not hold them back from doing what they love. Does not limit them, because they don't limit themselves. They don't limit their mind, and they trust. And when you trust, and when your faith is not wavering, when your faith is steady, and it's deeply rooted within you, then you know everything will flow in the direction it needs to go. You just trust life. And I'm not going to tell you it's easy, just trust and faith. Yes, that is your power. But life will, based on our decisions, life will change, right? There will be shifts. But within that shift, you are steady. You are peaceful. You are not anxious. You are fearful. Okay, what lesson is there for me to learn from this moment? If I lost my job, okay, yes, it can be a little uneasy, right? Your livelihood. But if you trust, you know something better will come. You know there will be a better opportunity for you. And who knows, you may start your own business. You may be even more successful. But if you limit yourself in a little box, in a little mind, you don't expand, you contract, right? With that nervousness, with that anxiety, that fear. Oh my gosh, what's going to happen? How am I going to pay this? No. You trust that things are going to get, I'm going to have the money to pay. Everything will come in the time it's needed, when I'm ready. So This is really, really important. And important thing is to practice. Don't hear it from me. You need to experience it. You need to experience it. And yesterday, the worries from yesterday, today you're not thinking about them because they got resolved. Or things that happened 3 years ago, today you're not thinking about them because they got resolved. So think about all those months, all those days, all that time that you spent worrying and troubled, and you missed to live your life. You missed that time to really enjoy your life because you were worried, because you were unsure, insecure, because you lacked that trust. So that's what happens. You lost part of your life. You missed out. And that's okay. Because today is the day for you to practice and grow and learn. You have the tools today. That time you didn't. So if the tools are here for you to use, your awareness, being mindful, pausing before you react, then you flow better. Your life flows better. So if you trust that whatever is happening today, practice. Whatever is happening today will get resolved. My dishwasher broke. Okay, well, it's time to wash by your hands, with your hands, until it gets resolved. My dryer broke. Okay, so maybe hang the clothes or go out and find a dryer. Like, there's always a way. Don't get stuck. Oh my gosh, my life. My life is so terrible and miserable. No, don't get there. Don't let that take over your life because you misuse your life. You misuse your time. And time you cannot get back. So be wise. Be mindful. Trust. Trust in the flow of life. We're here to learn. What you know now, you didn't know when you were 5. You learned gradually, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You start learning very gradually. So it's your choice. You can make this decision to change. Put the effort in. Start trusting. But you really have to trust, and it will test you. You will receive tests to see if it's really, really true. Or if you are just thinking, I trust. Because sometimes at that time, one thing will come, difficulty, then 2, and they pile up. But you still have to remain steady and know everything will get solved. It will. Just use your mind properly, your intellect properly. Be aware, be mindful. Think properly. Pause, reflect, and be gentle with yourself. So have faith and trust, even through the most difficult times, the most turbulent times. Believe that you are gifted. Believe that you are God's grace. You are divinity's grace. And that you are so blessed. And I send you so much love. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. I am deeply grateful. I am really honored as well. to be here and sharing with you, and perhaps it can help you shift your life. That is my greatest wish, my greatest prayer. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hari Om, many blessings. Hari Om.